Today we will be covering Lesson 12-3 on standard form. This lesson will be chunked into 6 separate sections. We will cover questions 1, questions 2 and 3, questions 4 and 5, questions 9 and 10, 9 and 10, question number 11, and then question number 12. Let's go ahead and get started by looking at the introduction for question number 1. A linear equation can be written in the form ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are constants, and a and b are not both 0. The greatest common factor of 2 or more integers is the greatest integer that is a divisor of all the numbers, or all the integers. Standard form of a linear equation. Ax plus by equals c, where a is greater than or equal to 0, a and b are not both 0, and a, b, and c are integers whose greatest common factor is 1. Number 1, reason abstractly. You can use the coefficients of this form of an equation to find the x-intercept, the y-intercept, and slope. Determine the x-intercept. Now, x-intercept, I'm going to put this off to the side. Remember, we're dealing with this equation right here. X-intercept is where y is 0. So I'm going to make y 0. Well, if y is 0, I'm left with ax equals c. How would I solve for x? That's right, we would divide by a. So we would write this as c divided by a. Now, let's look at the y-intercept. Y-intercept would be where x equals 0. So that means that this term would go away and we're solving for y. What would this be when we solve for y? We would divide by 0. So this would be c over b. Lastly, write ax plus by equals c in slope-intercept form to find the slope. Well, I'm going to work through it over here. We would subtract ax from both sides. So I'm left with by equals negative ax plus c. Lastly, I would need to get y by itself. I would do that by dividing by b. So this would be y equals negative a over b x plus c over b. So my slope-intercept form would be y equals negative a over b x plus c over b. Now, if you remember, this is slope-intercept form, right? So slope, intercept, y-intercept. Notice what we said the y-intercept was back in question B. And my slope of this line is negative a over b. On to the next set of questions.